Hello, everyone.
Hello,
Hello. What's up?
Welcome back.
Darklings.
Yeah. Welcome back to another segment of Bickering Gamers. Today we're not talking about Donkey
Hey,
Kong,
that was Cranky Kong.
as it may look like according to the video.
We
Today
already did this.
we're talking about the creators of this
Donkey
game.
Kong.
Not the creator of Donkey Kong Country. There's a difference because this game was developed by Rareware, Rare Limited, Rare Incorporated.
So basically, it's a rare game.
Is it rare?
Game or anything.
Rare was
Thanks for the poppy corn that I made.
Rare is what's known as a second-party company. Basically what that is you have a first-party company, which is like Nintendo or Sony or Microsoft, where that makes games for their own hardware. A third-party company is a game company that makes no hardware and has no support from first-party companies, but
Make their own games.
make their own games for hardware. And a second-party company is when a first-party company buys a third. This may sound a little confusing. I'm going to take this slowly. A second-party company is when a third-party company gets bought by a first-party company, which means they have ownership of them. So basically, it's a third-party company with first-party budgets. And
Wow,
yeah,
that's rare.
no, that was not funny.
Actually, that came out on an accident.
Rare is a company that made a lot of childhoods.
You peaked.
What happened was
Peaked again.
they made a lot. You should. What happened was Nintendo was very impressed. It always amazes me about Rare. Out of all the game companies that made games for Nintendo, Nintendo was most impressed by one, Rare. So they bought them as a second-party company. And that's really cool.
It
Um,
needs butter.
They're known for their NES games like
Battletoads,
Battletoads,
Yeah.
which it's one of the most expensive
Nah.
games to date.
By the
Also one
way,
of
if
the
you're
most
interested in what we're talking about popping corn and rare.
Yes. Rare had its ups and downs. That doesn't matter. Okay.
It's bad.
No, it doesn't. Rare had its ups and downs,
Peak.
definitely. It's basically it went up on an all-time prime, and then it crashed down so hard. And for one reason and one reason only, it got bought. It got bought by Microsoft.
Can you move your popcorn over, please?
In the
It's
end
not
of Rare's lifetime, what happened was a lot of people put the blame on Nintendo for this, but Nintendo had no choice but to sell Rare. Rare wasn't making as much money at the time because they lost a lot of their original programmers. And
Well, that sucks.
yeah,
Yeah, that really sucks.
yeah. So what was the point of spending money on them if they weren't making them any money? So they had them sold out. They had them for sale, and Microsoft bought them out. I forgot the name of it. The game was, but they made a game for Xbox that was pretty popular.
Banjo-Kazooie, Nuts and Bolts.
No, that game tanked hard.
You said hard.
Yes.
Yeah, tank
Yes.
hard.
I never owned that game, but all I thought was that did not need Banjo-Kazooie. That would have been a good game on its own right. I really think that.
Was it Perfect Dog Zero?
No, Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. That was a bad idea.
Yeah, because it had the word nuts and bolts in it.
The only thing they really made money off of was the Conker's remake, Live and Reloaded, and that was only because it was a remake of a good game. So.
Yeah.
But that's my friends.
So, I'm sure all of us has a lot to say about Rare. So when we share something,
I don't really have much.
of course not.
No, because I rarely ever played a rare game.
I see what you did
By the
there.
way, I didn't do anything like that on purpose, just so you know, Peter.
It's kind of hard to avoid the. I'll give Tyler credit. It's kind of hard to avoid the pun there. Peter, I'm sure you have a lot to say.
I have personally played two rare games, Donkey Kong 64 and Banjo-Tooie.
Ah, good.
The only rare game that I can actually say I actually played was Banjo-Kazooie and Donkey Kong Country.
Donkey Kong is cool. See, that's something I like when Rare got Donkey Kong. Not only did Nintendo love them enough to make them a second-party company, but also they loved them enough to give them one of Nintendo franchise exclusives to toy around with. And it shows how smart Rare is, because Donkey Kong was the perfect choice. Because if they picked any other, because not only Donkey Kong wasn't that fleshed out of a character or fleshed out of a franchise in general, but also because if they chose Mario or Zelda, they'd have a lot to live up to. With Donkey Kong, they could have been as creative as they wanted, and no one would notice, and it worked. Donkey Kong Country is a popular franchise. They've been remaking Donkey Kong Country Returns for the 3DS.
You dropped one of my pieces.
You people.
Really.
Jimmy, do you have much experience with Rare?
Not really, because the only game that I have played from Rare was a game I got for my brother for the Nintendo 64. What was it? Mickey Speedway USA. It was a racing game for the N64 my brother wanted.
Oh
And,
yeah, I actually just recently saw a little Let's Play on that.
I still have the game.
That's cool.
Still have the cartridge. And me and my
Nice.
brother played the heck out of it when I first got the 64. It was the first game we got for the 64, and we didn't buy any games until much later.
Right. What's sad is Rare lost its. What's sad is Rare had that talent of being very creative with their games and just getting you hooked. They were good at getting you hooked on the game. They especially coined on the klepto gamers. All their games have a lot of collecting in it. And you know what? Not many games did that at the time. Also, their games looked gorgeous as for the N64.
They did.
Conker's Bad.
Great job with those.
Yeah, Conker's Bad Fur Day still looks good to today's standards. In fact, it looks good enough where the HD remake looks horrible because they had to make it so realistic looking. Because if you make this game in HD, it's not. If you're gonna make Conker's Bad Fur Day in HD, it's not gonna look that different than the original. It looks that good.
Yeah, they did a really good job on that one.
Yeah, it looks gorgeous. And you know what? They took advantage of the expansion pack for the N64. In fact, they were the reason the expansion pack exists. When they made Donkey Kong 64, it was such a big game, they couldn't fit it. The N64 couldn't handle the whole game. It wasn't like the disc days, like with the GameCube when they made the new Resident Evil game at the time. It had to be on 2 discs because it was that big of a game. You could have
So it's Baden Kaitos and Baden Kaitos.
Yeah,
Origins.
you couldn't do that on a disc, on a cartridge. So what they did was Nintendo loved Rare so much they said, all right, we'll start selling memory expansion packs, and the games are huge. Banjo-Tooie's a big game too. Banjo-Kazooie, the first game on that series, went from having a Mario 64-esque kind of world select thing to a whole overworld. It's amazing.
Yeah, that was a really good upgrade for it.
Because they know they can. And especially since Ocarina of Time proved you could do it.
Oh yeah, I love Ocarina of Time. I mean, don't get me
Well,
wrong,
that's not a Rare
Ocarina
game.
of Time was a good game, but I preferred Majora's Mask.
Well, we're talking about Rare.
Well, sorry, I'm actually reminiscing about a game.
Shut up, both of you, God. Oh, I peeked.
Yeah, we had to get Billy's girlfriend in on that one just to get her to shut us up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Toon Link shut them up.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
I actually
It's not
like
hard to
that.
shut you
I
up.
like what you did there. Toon Link.
Toon Link. Well, she wanted to come with Link face on it at Nintendo World, so I was like, couldn't think of anything at the time. I was like, wait a minute, why should we call her Toon Link instead?
Right. Fair enough.
Good idea.
So, what do you guys think about? What do you guys think about Rare today? Do you think? Do you think there's any hope whatsoever of them ever making a comeback ever?
Depends on what they make.
I really hope so.
You know what?
You
Rumor.
know, but the way things are looking right now, with games they're releasing right now, I don't see them making any major comeback unless they start getting creative.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. You know what? The
Which
only
they should have been in the first place.
the problem
Yeah,
is
they could have been at the first place, but they didn't.
you see they blame Microsoft. They blame Microsoft for Rare being bad, but it's not Microsoft's fault. The problem was when Rare was going down because they stopped making money. They lost a lot of good people. In fact, a lot of their people are in other companies now. Retro Rare Studios, I believe, has a lot of original Rare members, and that's why a lot of people are saying Retro Rare Studios is the spiritual successor to Rare for Nintendo. They made the Retro Rare Studios made the Metroid Prime series and Donkey Kong Country Returns.
Yeah.
What are we watching?
Who's Banjo? That's
Conker's
footage from
Bad Fur
that's
Day.
footage from Bad Fur Day.
Like, wasn't that Lola from Bugs Bunny?
No,
It looks like Bugs Bunny though.
Lola's blonde. She's a squirrel and Lola's a bunny.
Yeah, and she's blonde
No,
too.
but she does look like Bugs
You
Bunny.
see, this is why I originally said no to the voiceover of the video, so we can see the video, because all we're gonna do is talk about what's on the video, and the two guys on Skype are gonna be completely confused on what we're talking about.
Yep. It's crunch, it's only popcorn or something.
Yeah.
It's popcorn. I like it.
It's popcorn.
So, yeah. So anyway, it wasn't Microsoft's fault. Rare lost a lot of good people, and basically all Rare became was a bunch of guys you can put side products on. All Rare makes right now are Connect sports games.
Yeah, it's true. They only making Connect sports games right now.
I
Only
do.
two games they have.
There's rumors that Nintendo wants to buy Rare back. But if that's true, the only reason they'll ever do that is because they want the rights to Banjo-Kazooie. Because if Nintendo got their hands on the rights of Banjo-Kazooie, you know that franchise is going to get a lot of new games for it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
That'd be true.
One thing though, Rare has confirmed that they want to make a Banjo-Kazooie 3D remake for the 3DS, like they did with Ocarina of Time.
I can understand why.
And the only thing that was nice about Rare, which they don't do anymore, which they probably should, but they don't, they used to make Game Boy Advance and DS titles because Microsoft doesn't have a handheld platform right now. So they said it was okay if they made handheld for Nintendo. And they made they did make a Banjo-Kazooie game for the Game Boy Advance. I wish I got to play, but I never did. It was called Grunty's Revenge. That would have been cool.
Mm-hmm. Banjo 3.
Banjo-Kazooie, yeah, Banjo 3 was actually in the works for the GameCube before they got bought out. In fact, a lot of nuts and bolts, those empty, useless overworlds came from the game. They ripped out the programming, put it in HD, and threw it on and made it nice and empty and soulless.
Nice and soulless.
Yeah.
That's very nice to hear.
Indeed.
Yeah. Well, nuts and bolts. If I had to put an opinion on that, it was just a game that
It's nutsy.
It was a game that could have been good on its own right. Problem was they wanted to attract gamers to it, so they literally just put Banjo-Kazooie in it. There was no point. There was no need for it. They just put Banjo-Kazooie in it. What did it accomplish? Nothing. That's why it had horrible reviews. But if they didn't put Banjo-Kazooie in it, I really thought that would have been a good game. That probably would have brought Rare back on the map.
You picked.
I mean, it's not that great, but still.
Should have been called Tip Top Nuts and Bolts.
Yeah. Why not? Or it could have just called Nuts and Bolts. I mean, it sounds like a cool game. Make your own cart, fly around. Sounds like something you could have. It sounds like a nice casual little game.
It is.
Yeah.
That was actually. No offense, guys. I actually like the game very much, even though I don't own it.
Well, you never.
But the only thing that they should have done differently was not put Banjo-Kazooie in it.
Yeah.
That I agree with that.
I said the same thing. Something I was wrong is I said the same thing about Spyro Skylanders Adventures because that's not a Spyro game. I'm just gonna say that right now.
It isn't.
They put Spyro in there to make the game advertise. But what I was wrong was that game did end up being fantastic.
Yeah, it's a pretty good game.
I don't want to.
Yeah, Rare.
Okay.
But Rare. I always wonder what Rare would be doing right now if they were still in Nintendo. For one thing, there would be the Banjo-Kazooie series would be strong, and there would actually be hope that there would be a second Conker's Bad Fur Day. That game, people love that game.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Conker's Bad Fur Day was an interesting story. A lot of parents would buy it because they saw a cute little squirrel on the cover, but ignored the. This is one of the only game. This is one of the first games to get a rating right on the box. It used to be on the cartridge.
Huh.
The first print.
game.
The
I
first.
like it.
The first print of Conker's Bad Fur Day had no rating at all. I think it was like A for adults. You know those old ratings that made no sense.
Oh, those.
Yeah, but then the ERSB came out later on, which is cool.
That'd be cool.
Indeed.
But yeah, Conker's an interesting story. Well, Conker was Bad Freddy. It was originally called Conker 64, and it was a cutesy game. It was a Banjo Kazooie but with Conker, and then basically it was Banjo Kazooie without collecting Jinkies. That was the idea. And what happened was the Conker went through so many changes and name changes, story changes that in the end they wanted to make it an adult game. They did a fantastic job. One thing I gotta say about Conker's Bad Freddy, it was a lot of tedious parts, but it had a great story flow that it was it just had an excellent feel to it. Yeah, it gets hard though at the end, like ridiculously hard.
Made the butt hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it made my butt hurt.
Yeah, we're
That's how hard it was. It was a butt hurt.
Players.
all their games are like all the rare games are like that though. There's just one point of the game that gets so hard.
Piece of
Yes, I do.
You
enjoyed
little
it.
piece of.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna rip you out of the damn thing and smash with a hammer.
I'm gonna wreck it.
Here's the thing. I know this isn't related to it that much, but I have played a game that pissed me off so bad. You know what I ended up doing to it?
What?
I ended up taking the entire system, including the game with it, outside. I took my softball bat and bashed the crud out of it.
What game was it?
What did the game system do to you?
What game was it?
It's well, it was actually my cousin's fault. It was Super Smash Bros. 64. Ironically, it wasn't my game system. It was my cousin's.
I broke my Game Boy Color actually because I was
Sorry, cousin, I got to do stuff at the game, so here's your scrapped up 64 back.
You know, I guarantee.
No, I was at his house and I did it in front of him.
Nice.
Oh, okay, that's even worse.
I actually broke my Game Boy Color because I was very frustrated trying to catch a Psyduck. I
That's
don't even know why I wanted one.
actually not bad. Water Psychic's a good combo.
Yeah, but he's such a shitty Pokemon.
Not Golduck.
Is that pretty shit?
Well, I didn't mean they were hard like they were Rage Quit difficult, but they had a fair challenge. Conquer got really hard at the end. Like it was ridiculous. As soon as you get the gun, that's when things get really difficult.
Oh, that's when he meets his ancestor.
Yeah,
Okay, Nikolai's here.
Who?
friend of ours, David Tyler, come back.
I'm
Damn
coming
it.
back.
Don't leave me.
He'll be Bach.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Rare had a few name changes. Rare Limited, Rare. For its prime days, it was Rare.
And now it's just called Rare.
Yeah, Rare.
Yeah.
Where's Mad Military Man?
He's not here
Right?
today.
He's sick.
Yeah.
Oh, he's still sick.
I guarantee you. If Rare's still in business, Banjo Kazooie would still be in Smash Brothers.
It would.
That'd
By
be-
the way, I'm back, guys.
And that would be awesome. Really? I couldn't tell. Why don't you say some more words to prove
Wait,
it?
are you back or are you Bach?
Yeah.
I'm
Man.
sorry.
I get it.
I'm sorry, that was good.
Rare had a lot of hidden gem games too.
I'm
Like,
Dr. Spock.
Rare was one of those game companies that had all the famous games like Bad Fur Day, Bad Banjo Kazooie, and Donkey Kong and whatnot. But they had some cool hidden gems too. Like there's this game I love.
Like,
Like.
I love how we're all on the same page.
I was thinking that before you even started saying it. So
I said it before you even thought it.
Well,
We're
if
such
you,
dorks.
if you would like to know, it was called Jet Force Gemini
He's the only one that's serious.
for the
We're all
Nintendo
like,
64.
We're the entertainment part.
I joined in the mine. Thank you.
We should get paid for this.
I'm plenty entertained.
They should.
Is that why you have like 14
Yeah,
views?
we don't have the views to get paid, Tyler. I'm sorry, let's just face it.
Well, it doesn't matter. I got like 17 cents on all the videos I've made before.
As of right now, viewers, as you look at the date this was posted, we don't have that many views. I just want to make that clear for people.
Actually, how can you not have many views right now if it's not even posted yet?
I just wanna make that clear.
Don't tell your woman to shut up. I'm a
He
strong,
just did.
independent woman, and I don't need no
I
man.
didn't tell you to shut up.
You don't need no man?
You
Okay.
covered your mouth, my mouth.
Yeah, because you were talking.
He just basically shut you up.
Where's that poison that we had before?
We didn't have.
Oh,
poison.
it's in your drink.
Stop telling the internet we do terrible things. This is what
Yeah, they'll take it the wrong way.
they always do.
Well, I am sorry.
Too late.
I like turtles.
So, Peter,
Yes,
how did you like Banjo-Tooie?
it was very fun.
Why don't you
Very
talk?
fun.
Why don't you talk about why you liked it and what made you attracted to Rare because of it?
Well, the gameplay was amazing. The music was also amazing. It's one of those games where I can't fully express how I feel about it.
Yeah, the music I think won awards. It was well programmed too.
Wait, what?
The music, a lot of Rare games.
You know you're supposed to be involved in the
Oh,
video.
I know, I'm sorry, but we got two other friends here,
he
and
never-
one of them's looking for one of his items, so he asked me where it was.
He never is until it's convenient for him. And he's always playing damn Minecraft when he should be
Oh,
helping.
you mean like Jean Marie's boyfriend?
Oh yeah, whatever.
What are you talking about?
Nobody knows who that is.
Oh, inconvenient.
Yeah, like she
Yeah.
only talks about him when it's convenient for her.
Mhm. Why not? Let's talk about Battletoads. That's a famous game. People love Battletoads. That's a game that is a game that's hard.
I like toads.
Yeah.
She likes your toad.
I don't know if that was the NES game that got Nintendo interested in them. I think it was a space shooter game that people loved, or I remember I was watching an episode of Continue once where they're playing Game
How
by
do you
Rare.
How do you feel that you're talking to yourself basically?
I'm not talking to myself.
Everybody else is doing
He's talking to
something.
the viewers.
Yeah.
to the viewer.
Clearly you're not talking to Tyler.
Well, clearly, because I'm playing Minecraft.
Yeah.
Mine?
You guys
Mine-
bitch more than I do.
Minecraft. These people are despicable.
I wonder why we don't have any views.
I don't know. I just don't know. I don't want to talk anymore.
Yes, you do.
Finally.
Because you're the only one that's keeping this video alive.
Well, excuse me, Tyler. Some people like to contribute to conversations.
Well, it's not that I don't
He
like to
is
contribute.
contributing.
I had nothing to say.
That's because you're not trying hard enough.
Are we
No,
really
why-
gonna have a fight on the air?
Yes.
Because if I tried hard enough, you're gonna see smoke coming out of my ears, and you're not gonna like that.
This is the dirty laundry episode.
This is the
I get what you want with that, really.
Yeah.
what you did there.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, Banjo-Kazooie and it was the most famous reference. And Battletoads, I'm pretty sure that's the game that got them famous. It's one of the most emulated games on record, Battletoads, because it's such a rare. It's really rare to get the cartridge because it's sold so poorly. That's the thing about Rare games. They have poor selling. They sell poorly in the beginning, with the exception of Banjo-Kazooie because it was that good of a game.
Oh yeah.
They sell poorly in the beginning, and then they don't get appreciated till later. It wasn't until Jet Force Gemini when they never got any recognition. Now, that game was actually in Banjo-Tooie. They had a room where they had a poster of it as a little foreshadowing thing. They're going to release it.
Oh.
Because they made a big deal out of it. And it's a good game, but that's the problem with Rare. The games that weren't well advertised and not many people bothered to buy them. It basically suffered the same curse as Earthbound did.
What was Earthbound about again?
It got
I'm
recognized.
joking.
Well, you don't have to know. I'm not surprised you don't know. It's Rare.
No, I do know about Earthbound. I haven't played it. Believe me, I would have loved to play it. Especially since you hyped me up about it.
Because it's a great series. Duh. Just like Rare was back when they made games.
Before
Before.
they went to Connect games.
They actually have a term, post and pre-Microsoft Rare. It's funny.
Yep.
Like when you talk about Rare, you have to make sure you say post or pre Microsoft. It's funny. Cracks me up.
Connect is pre-Microsoft. No. What's post Microsoft or pre?
You want pre Microsoft. I don't know why they don't call it Nintendo Rare and just Microsoft Rare. It'd be a lot easier.
Oh my god, that's a giant witch.
It's Grunty. She's the bad guy.
I know it's grunty. I remember from Nuts and Bolts, she was a floating head.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That's lazy. Yeah, Banjo-Tooie was the best of the series, and Rare's most famous series. That's basically Rare's Mario, Banjo-Kazooie. It was creative, you know. At the time, it actually inspired a lot of duo games. Not like Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Daxter. People love the ever since Banjo-Kazooie, people love the idea of duo protagonists in a game.
Ratchet and Clank, that's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah. And what really makes Banjo-Kazooie so fun
Mario
was
and Luigi.
yeah. What really makes Banjo-Kazooie so much fun was its gameplay. It had a lot of moves you can do, and it wasn't hard to remember them because it had a system. First you press the Z, then you press another button, and you hold down the Z. There's a lot to do. You can do the trot, the long jump. There's a lot of power-ups you can find in the level. It made levels very creative, and you can do a lot with them.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, Banjo.
This game, I like it.
And what I liked about Banjo-Tooie, which all sequels should do, is when you start the game, you have all the stuff you had in the first Banjo-Kazooie. When you play Banjo-Tooie, it assumes you 100%ed Banjo-Kazooie. So
Instead
yeah,
of actually accessing save files that you can't do until the PS3 era came
yeah.
out.
So you have all the moves to start with. You had to earn in
Wait, no, sorry,
Banjo-Kazooie,
PS2 era.
and instead you earn new moves in Banjo-Tooie, and it was really cool. Like that's how a sequel should be. Like it made me interested what they would do with Banjo 3, which is a stupid pun, but you know Rare could get away with it.
Banjo 3-0?
Banjo 3E. There's actually a that it shows how stuck up Rare was at the time. At the end of the game, Grunty got defeated, and she actually said, "I'll see you in Banjo 3E." Like that's definitely gonna, and it was gonna happen. In all fairness, before they got bought out, but that's still funny.
Did they seriously? Did they seriously make her say that?
Yeah, well, it was a popular franchise. It made a lot of money. The only and it was the only reason Nuts and Bolts sold any copies. It's amazing. Where have you gone?
Rare.
Where? Donkey Kong 64's famous game. I think I think that's
Billy,
what sold
I think
a lot of
without
Banjo
you,
too.
this series would have failed a long time ago.
Yes, I know, Tyler, because some people don't like to contribute. Tyler.
Well, it's not that I don't want to contribute. I have nothing to say.
You guys bitch more than I do,
you
and I'm the
should-
woman
You should
here.
prepare for that. Oh, and then
That's
you
the
complain
point
that
there.
we're sexist 5 minutes later, right?
I never said
Because
that.
I'm the woman. I know, I'm just making a joke.
Billy, technically, in your relationship, you are the woman.
I'm not
Thank
the,
you.
I am not the woman.
Oh, damn.
Honey.
Bird.
Yeah.
That's why, because she can convince him to do anything.
I'm not the woman.
Yeah, you
I
are.
am no woman.
Yeah,
You're
Jill
not-
makes
You're
it
the
up.
one that falls for
Yes.
puppy dog guys all the time.
Yes. Wait. You said I'm not.
I thought
Yeah, you thought wrong.
that you
You thought wrong.
you think I'm weak.
No, he thinks you're ugly, princess.
Well, if we had a arm
You
wrestling
think he's getting weaker.
No.
So Rareware, great company.
Very
Yeah. I kind of.
rare. Why aren't you rare? Why aren't you producing more better games?
But it's their staff. Their staff's horrible now.
Their staff's just not at par as they once were.
Yeah, they lost a lot of legendary programmers.
Yes, I did it.
They lost a lot of legendary programmers.
Oh, so you finally lost it? You
No.
finally did it with Billy?
No, I made the voice leading correct so that the 5 goes to the 2, 7, and then to the 1, and I did it, and
Okay, you're
She's
doing.
talking about music, guys, so just ignore her.
Okay, so you're doing Minecraft. She's doing homework. What are you doing, Peter? Are you watching cartoons?
he's jacking off.
Yeah,
Watch that acting.
Jimmy, are you writing a novel at the moment?
I'm
Knowing
scratching
Jimmy,
an
he
itch.
probably is.
Oh boy.
Can you move your leg?
Oh,
so
turn
that
on
I
Peter,
can
I'm
see?
on now.
Huh?
Huh?
What kind of novel are you writing?
Whatever. We're out of
He's
time.
Should I
writing a
say-
novel about
Or should I
annoying.
say drawing?
All
like
right.
they do in Japan?
All right, we're out of time.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I bet it does. We started.
I love you guys.
All right, so
We know you don't.
we'll see you next time. Everybody say goodbye so I can end this recording. Bye.
No!
No, I don't want to. I want to stay. I like this. I like making fun of you on the internet.
At least. Bye.